right, what is up, guys? Give me one sec here. I think we are good here. Okay, I think that we're good. I always like to double check that on my phone, that the live stream is working, and I'm going to be giving everyone, as usual, going to give everyone a couple minutes to get in here. But yeah, we're just good. What's up, Jake? Man, good to see you here. I think I saw you submit, some new ones. So I'm excited to check out those in the live stream. But yeah, going to give everyone a couple moments to get into here before we get into the live streams. But we are going to be live streaming here for the next hour this evening, as usual in these live streams, reacting to songs from you guys, giving my opinion on, the songs that we hear from you guys, but also, let's see what the community here says as well. But yeah, I don't know. I always like to give everyone just a few minutes to get in here. If anything is off audio-wise, video-wise, definitely let me know. For anyone who's just tuning in here and who wants to submit a song, this is the way that these live streams usually work here. There's a link in the description, and in the description that'll take you to a website where you can submit your songs. Preferably YouTube or SoundCloud links, just anything I can pull up in a browser. I've had a handful of songs get submitted today in the past couple days that we've got in the queue here. But I always like to reward, and react to those songs from you guys who are joining live in the live stream here. Because I just, join the conversation live while you're here, engage with the community in real time. So if you guys are watching this and you have submitted a song, let me know in the chat. Just say you submitted a song or whatever, and I'll kind of bump you to the top of the list, just so we can all hear your song while you're here and you can engage in the conversation with us. Like I said, I've got a few submissions already, so I am quite eager to get started because we've had some crazy ones recently that I'm excited to get back into. But just a couple of other quick notes before we dive into the live stream here. If you guys haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button on the channel. We recently passed 6,000 subscribers, which was insane. It's such a milestone that we've been trying to hit for a while, and we passed that just the other week, which is awesome. We've also uploaded a handful of new videos, got some really cool new videos on the way. We've also been going quite intensive with these the shorts content on YouTube. I love making these. You know what? It's a kind of this way for me to get out advice quickly, instead of sitting through a 5-10 minute video, which I still love making. But these have kind of been fun just to share some quick advice, quick tidbits for you guys. I love making them. We've been uploading a lot, so definitely check those out. So let's hit the subscribe button, and also our website, Lalali, that's in the description as well. Check it out if you guys haven't. Got some deals going on right now and some of the yearly billing offers here, tons of minutes, and just you guys know how it works. Head over to the website, split any songs by a number of different audio files here, and I'm excited to dive in here. Let's load up the first one here because I had a couple in the queue. Let me see here. All right, I'm going to load up this one here, and then I will get into I saw one by Jake, so we're going to do that. One from Shad I see is going to be third. Sound Chronicles, I think we're going to do fourth. I think that's the current lineup here. But yeah, this one I'm gonna dive in first. This one, I think he was here. Let me load up here. This one is a track called "Good Time" by Kakum. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, let's dive into this and let's just see. Using LI with another AI to make custom AI vocal mashups. That's pretty sweet. Custom AI vocal mashups. Man, I found that there's so much that you can do with AI, besides just doing remixes and kind of vocal manipulation, which is really cool. I was working on a track, mixing and mastering this track for an artist, and they recorded their vocals like obviously the a one lead vocal take, and it was a good sounding track, but we wanted to just kind of add some more depth to it. So I had this idea when I was working on the track, and I might have to like pull this up for a video for the channel, but I was like, okay, I want there to be backing vocals, and I want there to be, different layers. And one idea that I came up with was basically taking that lead vocal track, running it through Lollali's voice changer, which if you guys haven't checked out, we have this free voice changer. So you can like split your voice, or basically transform your voice into a handful of different artists. And we took their vocals and we ran it through this website a few times, combining like all these things, and then basically taking the one voice and turning it into like, 5 or 6 different voices. And it was this really cool effect. I'll probably have to like do a video on it, but yeah, that is it's super powerful. I think like to add more depth to your vocals, it's really kind of an underutilized tool. But yeah, let's see here. So this is the first one. Good Time. I love this album artwork here too. Hang on here.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, okay. So far, so good. I like this.
Having a good time. Just wanna be apart from all of the bedside.
Ooh, good groove on this.
Arm, you told me it's not right. Is it the red light? Don't you know that you're my type?
Okay.
We could walk you down the streets and dance in the moonlight. There's no place I'd rather be than being by your side. Can you be one night? They say when you're in love, it's hard to let go.
Okay, I like this so far. A few thoughts, but so far I'm liking this.
But loving hands I've known. All this time, I've seen you loving me can get hard sometimes. Now I know what you want, but it's time to let go.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pause it. I know it was just getting sick, but I want to pause it. So, I have an a really nitpicky comment with this one, and there's reasons why I think that this track works so well, and it's really impressive track. I really like this one. I'm impressed by it. My initial thoughts on it were, I love the production, the recording, the composition, the composing of the instrumental itself is really, really good. I love the lyrics. I love the singing, and yeah, that breakdown, that kind of ballad part in the middle is really cool. My only criticism with this was I felt like the quality of the beat, the instrumental on its own, was higher quality than the vocal recording. And I think that's only because maybe the microphone that you're using. Because the vocal delivery is really good. The effects on it are good. And I'm probably going to backtrack because there were some specific examples where you kind of brought in like these harmonies to that, like kind of saved it, I think. Let me go back here.
Good time. Just wanna be apart from.
So those vocals, like, they're good, but I just feel like they are not as high. Like when I listen to the guitar, it sounds really, really like high quality to me, and the vocals sound a little bit muffled. But I think that like you've kind of overcome that with the effects that you add.
From out of the bedside, I pulled you by my arm, you told me it's not right.
Like vocals are decent, right? In this part here, the vocals on there alone, and then that's like kind of the original thought I had.
The red light, don't you know you're my type?
And then when you bring those layers here,
You could walk you down the streets.
it's really impressive. Like that's like the only thing that I'm like a little bit hung up on. And again, this is a very, very nitpicky comment here. It's just, I feel like the vocals could be a little bit crisper, a little bit more polished. But everything that you are doing with the vocals, with the effects, with the layering, with the actual presentation of the vocals, 100% perfect. I wouldn't change a thing to how you made this song, except maybe doing a different microphone. And so I think it just, maybe it could pick up some of the, you know, mid to high frequencies. And yeah, I mean, exactly as Sound Chronicles was here saying, they sound a bit warm, whereas the instrumental is fairly bright. That's the only thing that like caught my attention. And I feel like it's nothing that you are doing, because I think everything you're doing is impressive with this. That's just kind of what I, you know, noticed, and again, super nitpicky, but I want to go back to this kind of guitar solo and see how the rest of the song progresses.
But it's time to let go.
Yeah, and great build up here.
Having a good time, having a good time. Just wanna be apart from all of the bedside, all of the bedside. And I pulled you by my arm, you told me it's not right, told me it's not right. Is it the red light, is it the red light? Don't you know you're my, don't you know you're my type? Could walk you down the streets and dance in the moonlight, dance in the moonlight. There's no place I'd rather be than being by your side, being by your side. Can you be one night, can you be one night?
Okay. I really like that ending. I like the kind of strings that you had, these synthesizers, kind of bringing everything for this sort of grand finale. And I like how it didn't seem like too over the top. It's just an easy kind of flowing track, which I really like. And I think you know, that's something I always kind of try and keep in mind personally, and also like suggest other people, is like, what is like the concept of the song, right? What's the picture that we're trying to paint here? What's the vision that we're trying to do? You know, if in instances like this, where it's like, you know, a chill, laid back, summer type of vibe, we don't need to do all these crazy dramatic things and drop out, you know, the drums and have kind of just a more mellow ending. I kind of like how it just ends like short and sweet. It kind of goes, you know, hand in hand with the overall mood of the song. So I'm gonna say, yeah, man, everything that you're doing with that one is, I think, really good. Really good track. And I really, yeah, I'd say, again, only nitpicky thing I have is the microphone quality, but everything else I think was really on point here. Okay, let me load up the next one here. Okay, I'm gonna load up these two tracks from Jake Segal in here. I'm gonna listen to he submitted two tracks, and I'm really excited to hear. And then so we'll listen to those two by Jake, and then we'll get into this one from Shad. I saw he was in the chat here, and then the Sound Chronicles. And of course, if anyone is you know, new, just submitting a track, let me know in the comments so I can make sure we'll kind of add you to the queue from there. Okay, this one here from Jake, and I see when we get to mine, let's do the second link. Okay, I'll start with the second one first, and then we can dive back into this one. I'm guessing this one here. He says something new stylistically from him. Cup of Liberty Symphony Choir cover. I think it was somebody saying. Okay, yeah, on a symphony orchestra cover of a game theme. Okay, pretty sweet. Okay, good brass samples. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Okay, this is good. This is epic. I like this. Wow. Wow, this is cool, man. The orchestra sounds that you're using, the brass, the choirs, the strings, all sound really good too. I actually wanted to load up, if I can get the song that you've remixed here, just so I can hear it kind of in comparison. Because what I like when listening to it, there's this kind of like repetitive bass line, right, that goes over and over. And I like it because that reminds me of like video games, right? Like old school, like, 8-bit chiptune type of stuff here. I guess this is the original one. Yeah, I see that. It's impressive, man. Going back and forth here. I really like your choirs that you've done. He doesn't do a lot with the choirs, I guess, in the original one, right? Yeah, his is definitely more like focused on kind of that synthetic brass sound, strings, and I like how yours kind of does this choir. Yeah, the choir is really cool. This reminds me of soundtracks. I don't know, like the Avengers soundtrack. That's good. That's awesome, man, dude. I gotta find some more plugins like this, because, dude, this sounds really realistic to me, which is, I'm really impressed by this. When I go back and listen to the original composition there, I like it, but it definitely sounds, it almost sounds, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe like too overproduced, I guess. And I like this one because I love how, like, it sounds very authentic. It sounds real. Like, you have a lot of kind of swells with like the volume and all that stuff, and it makes it sound just like, yeah, it sounds real. It's kind of interesting, but oh yeah, that's great. See, this is the thing that I find like with these tracks, like what always impresses me is like instrument section by section, right? Because, and I love kind of doing this in the past, like when I've, kind of done some stuff, not to this, good level, but some stuff like orchestra stuff. You definitely have to pay attention to kind of all instruments in an orchestra, right? Because if you're looking at like string instruments, you have like, a cello playing the low end, and it'll be doing something different than the violins, and then doing something different from like, the violas, right? And every kind of instrument kind of works differently. So it's like, even though you're like just writing music, and it's like, even though like you're just composing some like string section, within that, like there's a lot of different like things that you basically have to take account to. So that's really impressive, and the all that effort definitely pays off. This is great. Like the attention to detail is awesome. This is great stuff. I also love the little kind of like dancey pianos, because it kind of drives home that to me, like that feeling that like, oh, this is still from a video game, which kind of excites me. Like that digital piano, right? Yeah, dude, that's awesome, man. Like I was saying, I can tell the attention to detail and all the work that you've put into that. It's impressive. I'm gonna load up the second one from you here and dive into that. I know that like, I think you were saying that this was kind of like a dubstep type of track. I think I want to listen to this and then might have a better formulated plan or suggestion. I think it would be cool. Like, we often hear like a lot of these like, electronic, heavy dubstep, and all these kind of, similar genres of that, from you. I think it would be cool if like you did more of those orchestra stuff in with like the dubstep stuff, because you've got an ear for both. And I think it would be cool to kind of combine them and make all this, I don't know, just like, what if you made like this epic orchestra song with like dubstep breaks or something like that? I feel like that'd be pretty crazy. Okay, I hear a bit of violin on this one too, so. Okay, this is already kind of what I was talking about here. Yeah, exactly what everything I said for the past 3 minutes, I feel like you've already just done it with this one. I feel like, I mean, I'm only 30 seconds in here. I would say like overall, like mix wise, I think like it would be cool to have, those sounds kind of at the, kind of more in the forefront, like all the orchestra sounds. Like the drums are mixed really good, but it would be cool to kind of have a little bit of more life pumped into the orchestra sounds. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. go. I'm excited. Yeah, exactly what I was talking about, man. Yeah, awesome, dude. Yeah, like so, the incredible stuff, man. You read my mind with all that stuff. I would say like so far, and I'm excited to see kind of what you do in this the second half of it. These kind of bass synth sounds, the way that you have that kind of mixed in the level and the kind of emphasis on those ones, I feel like would be cool if you did that same idea with like the strings and the piano in the beginning. Just because I feel like those were like kind of almost quiet, and then you have this part, loud in your face, which is the way it should be. But it would be cool to have that, string section just as in your face, because it is so awesome. Yeah. Okay. This build-up is a good combination of both. That's crazy. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, no, this is awesome, man. Even those like brass sounds that you have there, kind of like those brass stabs, those kind of brass fills, bumping some life into that, pushing that at the forefront, I think could be really cool too. Just because like I was saying, like the bass synths, the dubstep growls and all that, they're mixed like perfectly. They're in your face, they're bright, they're energetic, they're hard, and it would be so cool to have the strings and orchestral elements at that same level. I think it could be a really deep track. Yeah, this is a solid track, man. Yeah, dude, like I said, you read my mind with that track. I was happy to order that. I checked it out in as well too. But yeah, dude, that orchestra stuff, man. I mean, you have talent in both areas. Just embrace that stuff, man. Okay, so this one I'm gonna check out here. This was from Shad times 2. Shad, however, the best way you pronounce it. Free plugin B type kitty. Awesome. 7 hours ago. So let's check this out. I am definitely someone who is heavily invested kind of in the type beat community. So this is kind of right up my alley. I know I don't usually make plugin B type stuff, but yeah, I mean, I'll give you, my opinions on the beat. And then sometimes when I react to type beats on this channel, sometimes I get a little distracted and might be able to give you some advice there with the whole type beats game on YouTube. But let's dive into this one here. like this, yeah. Yeah, this is a good track. I like this. Okay, I like this. Yeah. This is a good track. Okay. Okay, this is a good ending. This is a good track. This is fun stuff, man. I think that this is the first full Plug and B song that I've heard. Usually I just hear them in like Instagram clips or a couple short things here and there, but I really like this, man. It's really well produced. I always like one thing I always like try and focus on with my type beats, and I think it's something that kind of a lot of producers in this space might kind of overlook, because a lot of people think that they have to leave enough room for the artist. But I think that you've done a good job here, because like I always try and make sure that there's something in the beat that's sort of like a focal point, and you have that kind of through the main melody of the beat, which I think is great. I can definitely see that kind of getting stuck in people's heads and giving them ideas for lyrics and vocal melodies. And I think it's really well produced, really well mixed, great sound selection. I think that like my only things that I would suggest, and you had it in a few points, but then other points not as much, just some more transition effects. I don't know all the like ins and outs of Plug and B, but one thing that like I always do in my beats is, and you have them in a few places, but just things like risers, impact sounds, sweeps, just because I felt like in a few places, like even specifically kind of in the end where it goes to the slow down part, it kind of feels like it's a little bit abrupt, right? Yeah, like this is awesome mix. And then you have the cymbal hit, but I feel like it comes in a little bit, just a little bit abrupt there. And I think that there was even that part too, like I can tell there's like a bit of like the tail end on the reverb of some of the sounds. But I think, yeah, just like adding some more impact sounds, I think is like the main thing. I think would just help flow better. I want to see if I can give you a couple pointers on the whole type beats game too, because it's something that interests me. Free for nonprofit. I think one thing that I would suggest doing too, and this might just help people writing to it a little bit more. I know I always kind of get a little bit sidetracked here. Especially when it comes to type beats, because I love them so much. So here's a beat that I made. This is one thing that you, I think, could do in your description within the video. If you write things like over here where you have like the specific timestamps after this ad, I'll show you that that'll show up in the video. So people who are like writing to the song can all of a sudden see like, oh, this is the intro. this is the verse, this is the chorus, verse 2, chorus, outro, etc. That's one thing that I always kind of do with my beats, just to like, help people kind of structurally see this a little bit clearer, just because I'm always trying to make sure that like like people can write to it easier. I would also suggest, this is one thing that I always look for, make sure that, I know this is kind of gone off to a different different lane here, and I'll get back to the tracks in a minute, but set up a BeatStars Pro page or a website. Just because you're directing people to this link, right? Like, this is the problem with adding BeatStars links, or just something that a lot of people overlook. So let's just say that like, oh, okay, I like this beat and I want to download it or buy it, right? So I'm going to click on this link here. And then the problem is that you're directing people to BeatStars, this page within BeatStars. So then if somebody scrolls down, they're like, oh, what's this? They click on this one. All of a sudden they're listening to a beat from Phantom. And it's that easy to get away from your beats, right? Then it's, oh, let's go over here. Let's listen to a track from Anyway Well. And they might not really even realize that, they're on your beat. And then all of a sudden they go, oh, let me just click here or something. And then it goes to all these other producers. So it's that easy. So with my beat, let me pull that one back up. And I've, kind of figured this out the hard way a little bit sometimes. But so what I direct people to is this BeatStars link that takes people to my pro page. So all of a sudden all these beats are my own beats. If they click over here, it's still all my stuff. They're now kind of trapped in the Omedo Beats ecosystem, and they can't necessarily navigate to other people's beats when they click on that. So that's one thing that I would definitely like change. I could definitely go on a long rant about the whole free for nonprofit thing. I think like, and I'll get back to the reviews after this thought. The free for profit thing always kind of is something that I don't usually do, just because then it's like you're giving away the meal for free, right? Like, I know that a lot of producers on YouTube do it to kind of attract views and subscribers and kind of rank for certain keywords. But as a business standpoint, I've never fully kind of gotten the hang of it. I just feel like you're giving away you're giving the main ingredient away for free. You're giving the main meal away for free, right? Even if they have to purchase a license for streaming platforms, it's like, but they already have it for free. So will they really do that? I mean, I sell all my beats kind of on a non-profit basis or a commercial basis for streaming platforms, and I basically don't really give away stuff for free just because I find it a little bit confusing. It's also attracting people who are not looking to buy beats in the first place. I mean, you might have different results. Just one kind of thing I've always kind of noticed. But if it works, it works. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on giving away beats for free on YouTube. But regardless of all that, production wise is awesome sounding track. Kind of has me more interested in the plug-in B space as well too. I love the melodies. It's kind of a bright sound. It's fun. I really enjoy it. All right, I have 2 tracks here from the Sound Chronicles, and might cap this live stream at the end of these 2 tracks here, unless there's anyone else who's following and submits a track by then. But yeah, these are 2 from Sound Chronicles here. We've listened to his stuff on the channel before, which is always awesome. So this one is called Closure, Stairway to Heaven. Derivative work of Stairway to Heaven. Okay, sweet. Yeah, let's check this out. I love the this kind of visualizer here. It's pretty clean. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, this is kind of interesting. This is an interesting song. I was gonna say, so in this first, minute, 50 seconds ish, when it was just like the, obviously, no drums, very minimal, very simple. I really enjoyed that. I do like where this is headed, but I really like that first kind of minute there where it was just, even more instrumental. And I was gonna say, man, there's like a huge market for kind of laid back music like that. When I'm like working on stuff in the day, not producing, when I'm editing videos or handling business stuff or, replying to emails, etc., I'm always listening to like background music, right? And, kind of reminds me of those like music to study to YouTube channels. I love listening to just kind of more simple, laid back, calm stuff. I know a lot of people do too. And I was thinking in the first minutes, I was like, oh man, this is like perfect for that, right? And I really, really enjoyed that. Like I said, I'm excited to hear what else, this progresses. But that first minute I thought was bang on. And I was going to say like, yeah, there's such a huge market for that stuff. And I feel like even, these visualizers and that album artwork, like it all just fit perfectly with that. So like, if you ever did more stuff about that, I think you would you could really crush it with that. This is really good though too. Yeah, really good produced, really good guitars, really good bass line too. Everything is mixed really good with this. I really enjoy this. Man, I'm saying like, dude, you could do a lot of good stuff, man. Doing more covers like this, like on Spotify, I listen to a lot of people who do like lo-fi covers of songs, and I know like the whole like covers on Spotify is a big opportunity as well, and even on like TikTok and stuff. I feel like this kind of lane that you're in here has a lot of potential, and that's just continuing to explore this because I really enjoy this, and I would definitely hear more of this. I think like personally, I would love it if it was a little more like chill with the drums, just so it's like something I could throw on repeat in the back for, like half an hour, and, study or, do some emails, just some background stuff. But overall, I really like this, man. I feel like you could also have like a lot of like success kind of in producing for like the more commercial, space, right? People looking for background music. It's something that I've kind of been trying to dive into more as well. But yeah, no, I like this. Let's see. You had a copyrighted melody. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, definitely see what you're saying. I use DistroKid for putting all my stuff on Spotify and all that stuff. I know that there's an option with DistroKid where you can, if a song is a cover, I think that you pay like a license fee. It might be like, I might be totally wrong here. I think it might be like $20 or something. And then they like, split the earnings and the shares or whatever, but then you can post it on Spotify and stuff like that. But I mean, even like all this sound selection, I think it would be cool in an original sense too, right? Without the melodies too, because everything is on point. Yeah, good, really good stuff. Yeah. I like that, man. Oh, some here at the end. Yeah. I love, dude, I'm telling you, man, I am obsessed with this kind of sound selection that you've had. Like I said, I've been listening to a lot of like background music. I've been listening to music on this app called Calm, which is like good for like mindfulness, meditation, relaxation type of stuff. And especially in the first minute, like reminded me a lot of like those sounds that I hear on there. Man, like I would listen to like an hour-long loop of that all the time, man. And I think I'm telling you, man, I think you've struck something with there. All right, we're gonna check out this last one here for the evening. This is another one by Sound Chronicles. I'm excited to see. Is this in the same lane? Is this something different? Let's check it out here though. But yeah, awesome song though, man. Okay, ARR's Action Score. Same producer, same musician as the one we just heard. Let's check out this one. This will be the final one of the evening. We're big on the orchestral sounds tonight. It's pretty neat. Man, you guys are making me want to kind of tap into like my orchestra side of things a little bit more listening to this stuff. I'm inspired by all these tracks tonight. Great mixing on the drums, great reverb with those claps. Yeah, this is sick. I like this. What I love most though is the diversity you have between this one and the last one. And I think like I've got to take a bit of a dive into your stuff, man. Like I was just on a call with this kind of music library earlier, and I've done this before with like, you know, sync libraries, and that's companies who work in sync licensing, which is basically like getting, you know, music on commercials and TV shows and stuff like that. And what a lot of these like, you know, music libraries do is like they have producers who, you know, produce instrumental albums of like, you know, 10 beats or whatever, and then put it on the their platforms, and you get a kind of a variety. I'm just thinking like it'd be cool to hear, and you might already have this, but like, you know, hearing an album from you with these kind of action movie scores, and then hearing another album from you that has those more, you know, kind of chill, laid back, kind of fun, daydreamy stuff that we heard in the last one. 'Cause yeah, you do it both, and I'm just like, I want to hear more of each is basically what I'm trying to say. stuff, man. And this is stuff that I feel like AI is, I don't know, is AI ever going to be able to do stuff like this? Because I know, like, even the stuff with Jake, all the intricacies of all the notes, right? And the instruments compiling together and make this orchestra sound. I don't know if AI is ever going to be capable of this, because I'm super impressed with this. I like this. No, everything is mixed very well too. Wow. That's talent. That is talent, man. I gotta check out Musio too, but yeah, what is Musio? A plugin here? I gotta check that out. But anyways, so I got a little distracted there. But yeah, man, all these songs here tonight have been absolutely crazy. Blows my mind hearing the stuff from the community here. Okay, I'll check out this one real quick. I have just another minute or two here. Jake was saying this one was an AI one. I've played around with Suno a little bit, but haven't put anything out with it yet. It's a good day to die when you know the reasons why. Yeah, AI is crazy like this. Probably the vocals don't sound too synthetic, which I think is cool. Yeah, I think I have to do like a video with like a deeper dive into AI music because it's interesting and I've personally had uses for it. But yeah, I think it's there's still things I want to change, but it's definitely impressive. But yeah, I'm gonna have to end the live stream here tonight, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. Be sure to, if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'm sure we'll be continuing these live streams probably sometime in the near future. I know we don't have any scheduled on the channel yet, but probably we'll be doing them into July, maybe early July. So yeah, keep producing this stuff, man. This was awesome listening to these songs tonight. Like I said, I'm really inspired. But thank you guys so much for hanging out here in the live chat with me. Thank you guys for submitting songs. Thank you guys for being in this community. All great stuff here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.